Okay, hi everybody. We are Club Med, and we are going to be explaining some of our volunteering opportunities today. So, we got a couple of questions in on Instagram about the different opportunities, but first I'm just going to go over the options that we have. It would be nice if everybody could mute themselves. Thank you. So, So right now, the programs that we have launched are the Zooniverse program, Tutor Talk, um, the Research and Workshop program, and Cards for Hospitals. And so, who would like to explain more about this? Let's introduce our volunteer coordinators. I'm Joe Costa.
Hi everyone, I'm Corinne.
Are you waiting for me?
I was waiting for
Sorry guys,
you.
my Zoom just like died on me, so I don't know what was going on, but hey guys, I'm Joe.
Hi guys, I'm Sanjana.
Okay, so we're all going to be talking about the different programs that we're coordinating right now. So, Joe, would you like to start with yours?
Yeah, so I'm in charge of making cards. This month, we're making cards for hospitalized kids. Okay, so basically, in order to make cards, you don't have to sign up anywhere. You're not going to really get an email. I know a lot of people have been asking, but basically, what you do is you go in our link tree in our bio, you click on the interest form, and you fill that out. After that, you click on the guidelines, and a lot of people had a lot of questions about the guidelines, so I'm just going to go over it just to clarify. You can either make holiday cards or general cards. Holidays, it doesn't necessarily have to be in relating to Halloween. It could be Thanksgiving. You can make it for, St. Patrick's Day. It doesn't have to be exactly for this month. The instructions are easy. If you go into the guidelines, I wrote a step-by-step. So basically, general cards and holiday cards will be similar. The only thing different would be what you're writing inside of them. So for making general cards, you could use anything. You could use, like regular like printer paper. You could use, card stock, whatever you want to do. Some people like even buy cards and you could just write it, whatever you want to do, decorate it, put stickers. We just ask you not to put a lot of glitter on it because it kind of goes everywhere, especially during the mail. And then also when it gets to these kids, it kind of gets messy. So yeah, so also when you address the cards, don't address it to a specific person because we don't know who it's going to. So you could just write, hey, you, or to a very special person, or dear. And then please do not write get well, feel better, or any illness related comments. Just try to be writing something positive. You can be like, you're doing great, you're amazing, don't forget how amazing you are, and stuff like that. And then also, please don't include your personal information. Don't write your full name. You can write like best, and you can write your first name, but just don't put your last name. Don't put your address, email address, or anything related to religion. And then you mail out the cards to the address that's in the guideline, which is 7290 West Devon Avenue in Chicago. You're mailing them in. You're not actually going to the hospital and dropping them off. So take note of that. And then it also says include a return address for a thank you letter. You don't have to do that. And then for holiday cards, the only thing that'll be different is that you're not writing like general messages. You're writing like Happy Thanksgiving or Merry Christmas or something like that. So yeah, it's kind of the same thing. There's also questions I wanted to address. So like I said, you'll be mailing these cards in yourself, so you have to purchase stamps. And then you can also get a big box and send them all in at once, or you can get those big envelopes. Sometimes when you go on the website, USPS has a link where you can access free boxes, so you don't have to pay for that. This month it'll be for hospitalized kids, and then next month we're going to be doing it for elderly homes. People have been wondering about how you get hours. So basically what you're going to do, I'm going to put up a link on the link tree. You're going to take pictures of all the cards you make in the front and then what you wrote. And then you're going to submit that with the hours that you did. So 5 cards equals to 1 volunteering hours. So if you made like 15 that month, obviously you get 3 hours. So make sure to turn them in when you're done, just so it's easier on my end. It's easier for you. So if you want to send that in on October 31st, just send in like how many cards you made and then fill out that form that's going to be on the link tree. And then I will keep track of your hours. There's also a question about if high schoolers can participate too. Yeah, you can participate. There's no limit to that. Other questions? Oh, somebody mentioned about electronic cards. For now, we don't have anything for electronic. 5 cards per hour. Someone asked, will we be allowed to decorate the cards anyway? Yes, just make sure you don't put glitter, anything that falls off. Just make sure nothing's falling off of your cards. Somebody asked, could I do more than 1 volunteering opportunity? Yes, you're welcome to do so. You just have to sign in for different interest forms. There's no limit. It's just easier if you make it per 5. So it's just easier to keep track of your hours. Yeah, someone said, are there certain words or phrases you would not like us to use? Don't use feel better, get well, anything related to, that. Also, someone asked if you could put a small gift in. We're going to say no, just because they mentioned like a pencil, but we just aren't sending in gifts. We're just sending in cards. If we can't keep it from one month, can we skip that month and do the next? Yes, you're not required to do any of this. So if you don't feel like doing cards 1 month, feel free to do so. You can look at other opportunities. Someone asked, can we send them to different hospitals? You can. We just designated a certain place just so it's easier to track, easier for you, just to send it in one place so it's not confusing. And you're welcome to start whenever you want. Since we launched this program, you're welcome to sending cards whenever you want. There's no deadlines for any of these cards. There are some deadlines for holidays. We just ask for you to send them in about a week prior or even like 2 weeks before, just so they get it on time. Someone also said, would general cards be something like, thank you for all that you do? They're not going to doctors, they're going to kids. So just be mindful of that. And yeah, I think that's it. If you guys have any other questions about cards, you could just email me. Everything is in the interest form. Everything's in the guidelines. It should be pretty easy for you to follow. But if you have any other questions, you could just let me know.
Okay, so next, Sanjana, she can explain Zooniverse, which is her program.
Thank you. So, hi guys, I'm Sanjana. I'm in charge of Zooniverse. And so I'm just gonna, so if you have done Zooniverse, you know that you can do research with it. But if you don't, I'm gonna go over the guidelines now. So Zooniverse is an online research platform where you can help researchers that conduct projects to analyze them online. And you're going to be analyzing by doing certain things. Like, for example, there's projects where you can classify mitochondria, or there's projects where you can transcribe historical documents. It varies a lot. And there's no minimum age to participate. However, if you're under 16, your parents have to allow you to participate, and there's no limit for hours. So I'm going to go over the questions that we got from the form. Okay, so the first question is, so when on the form, when it means 50 classifications an hour. So Zooniverse, the website, tracks your hours through classifications. And if you get 50 classifications, that translates to an hour of volunteering. And go through the projects. So, okay, so someone asked, what do we need to do before we submit the Zooniverse form? So towards the end of the month, we'll post a submission form of the link tree, and all you need to do is just attach a screenshot of the number of classifications that you have from the website, and you just need to fill it in the form. Someone else asked, well, what did we do? How to the hours? So the hours for Club Med volunteering, obviously they count as community service. However, it's up to your organization that you're submitting to whether they can accept it or not. Okay, so someone else asked, do they include dental topics? You would have to check. I'm sure they have a lot of medicine stuff, medicine related things. Okay. If I fill it out, and then someone from the chat in Zoom asked, if I filled out the interest form, is that it for now? So if you filled out the interest form for the specific opportunities, you can start volunteering for those. And yeah, if you fill it out for specific ones, then you can start volunteering.
Sorry, can I interrupt you really quick? We had an interest form released a couple of weeks ago, but recently we just released a sign up form. So for each specific opportunity, make sure that you sign up for the ones you're interested in, so we can email you with updates.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So.
Oh.
Someone. What? Oh.
My bad.
No, sorry. That's okay. Someone asked, do you get the chance to have your name published for the project? So Zooniverse will mention names of the volunteers, and they'll highlight the volunteers that have the most classifications. Oh, it's not a response. So that's what they do. So when do they start? They start now. So those were all the questions from my part. So if you want to go, Jokas.
Okay, so next I'm going to be explaining Tutor Talk, which is basically you guys get to send in TikToks of yourselves to Club Med that have, so basically you guys are tutoring each other on anything of your choice. We have posted the guidelines for it, and the only thing other than sending in a video that you have to do is you have to sign a release form and email it to us. So this project is pretty self-explanatory, but if you guys have any questions, just send them in the chat.
Okay, well, we can just wait for people to write down questions for Tutor Talk, but it's pretty self-explanatory. If you have any questions, you can just email Jocasta. So yeah, so we'll move on to our workshop and / research presentations. Me and Sanjana are co-planning this. So basically, we're trying to do this thing where people present their research or present any presentations they'd like to, and we would post them on YouTube or do a live Zoom call like this where people come and watch it. It says in the guidelines, but you get a certain amount of hours for presenting. And then you can also attend them and get an hour worth of volunteering hours as well for being there. So basically, you can present anything you'd like. I know a lot of college kids do research presentations, and I know a lot of those have been canceled last semester and this semester. So you're welcome to present that through a Zoom call, and then we would post it on YouTube. or you can send in a video of you presenting. You can do a voiceover. It doesn't have to be necessarily like your face and a video of it. Workshop presentation suggestions or anything to, like, you can do sexual awareness, you could do how to write a bomb resume, how to write cover letters, anything of that sort, including research as well. So if you have any questions, you can email me or Sanjana about it. And I think that's about it.
I can just quickly answer some questions from the interest form. So one question was, can we do it in a PowerPoint, put a voiceover? Of course you can. If you don't want to do it live, that's absolutely perfect. Another question is there any specific information I should include? Just present my topic. So because it's like a workshop, of course you want to make it as specific as you can. And note that the time limit has to be 15 to 30 minutes. So you can make it as specific as you want or as broad as you want. As long as you're conveying the information, that's perfect.
So next we're going to go on to some of the prospective projects that we have coming up. Would you like to explain them?
Okay. Hi, everyone. So we had an idea of doing an art program, and we could be affiliated with different hospitals. This is a potential program just because we're trying to get hospital confirmations and see like how many volunteers would be interested. So I'm just trying to gauge on how many students would actually be interested to participate. So it would be like 30-minute Zoom sessions. You would, hang out with a patient. We're focusing it on art, so you would have to do like a fun activity as you hang out with the patients and talk. But as a lot of you guys can guess, this has a lot of requirements. So we would need to do like a HIPAA training, background checks. So if you feel like you have any type of teaching skills, or if you're an artist and you would like to be involved, email me your resume, like some art samples. It doesn't need to be perfect, obviously. We're just trying to, have talkative people who would be interested. And I'm getting a question here: how old do you have to be? This one, I would say you need to be 18 years old, just because, hospitals have a lot of restrictions, right? So we would run a background check, and yeah, this is a very potential program. So hopefully it works out. And yeah, if you have any questions, email me for that. You're welcome.
And I have one other potential program where we would be involved with homeless shelters and being able to connect with homeless people, sending them letters. It'd be similar to the cards program, but rather than sending them to children, we'd send homeless people hygiene kits and other materials that can be helpful during the winter season, since that is coming up. If you guys are interested, please let us know, and we will be launching it in the upcoming months.
Okay, I think that's all we have right now for you guys. If you have any last minute questions, we'll wait around a little bit, but you're welcome to leave whenever you would like.
Thank you all for attending, and have a nice evening.
Brianna, you asked for email. You can really email any of us, but there should be an email that's clubmed.volunteer@gmail.com, which is like our main group email.
So if you're on YouTube Live, there's like a 20-second lag, so you're probably a little behind, but if you have any questions and you're on YouTube Live, you can also post them.
Yeah, you can post your questions if you're watching on YouTube Live. We'll stick around a little bit to answer them. And if you have any, like I said, if you have any other remaining questions, you can email us.